All right, hey guys, this is a video I've actually been wanting to make for a really long time. I don't know why it's taken me so long to do it, but I'm glad I waited because I have a lot more experience with using this product in some pretty rough and tough places. So this is our compact sectional rods. It was originally designed to be an admin tool for getting shell casings that were stuck inside of the chamber of a rifle unstuck at like the range. Something that was, significantly smaller than the USGI cleaning kit rods. So what we found is people wanted to use this for being out in the field, whether that was a multi-day training class or actual use. Guys wanted to be able to take this with them because of its size, and so it kind of evolved a little bit in its execution to be great as a tiny cleaning rod tool as well. So I'm just going to show it for you guys. It is, as you can see, if you guys have ever seen like the T-handle unfoldable USGI cleaning rod, you know what I'm talking about. And this is much smaller, right? So the handle portion of it is, it's going to have that, not really fluting, but that texturing, kind of like our punch tool, even though this came first. So it also has a flared top. So that is the handle portion of it. And these are made out of 17.4 stainless steel. So very strong, very, very rigid. And then when we finally get to, one of these sections on here, this one I actually keep there is a end for punching out stuck casings. We do not recommend just punching out a casing with it bare, right? So you do run the risk of potentially damaging these if you do that. That's why we do include the punch section. And then the other section, the other end that we include with it is going to be a jag for cleaning. And this is going to be what you would put like some patches on to actually clean out your rifle. And that's what I have the most experience actually using these with. So as you can see, I just have this all assembled here, right? I'm gonna grab a rifle actually. All right, so 12.5 here, pull the can off of it. This is my Hodge 12.5. You guys have seen this before. Got one of our muzzle devices on it and everything. If you could imagine, I have some sort of stuck casing in here. Maybe I stripped the casing, or for whatever reason I can't mortar it and get it to dislodge. I would just put the stuck casing end on there, kind of the punch end of it, and I would be able to punch that through and get that casing out. And this is actually a brass jag, so I could put a cleaning patch with some CLP on here, and I could run it through the barrel and then do a kind of a cleaning run with it as well. And then one of the other things I really like about this is you can see one of the sections of rod is actually shortened, so that way it compensates for the extra length of the jag. So that way it keeps them all the same length. When you put them in a pouch, you don't have to take off the jag end and have it be loose in a pouch somewhere. And there you have it. You have a really, really compact set of cleaning rods for cleaning your rifle, dislodging some stuck casings. I wanted to show you guys this product in a little bit more context because there's something that we've noticed, and it kind of came with the way this product evolved and the way people were using it, right? Originally intended to be an admin tool for the range, but started seeing a lot more use in the sustainment world, right? So there's kind of this trend going on right now, which is it's a good trend of guys going to take classes beyond just a flat range, right? So guys are going to do multi-day tactical games, sniper challenges. The one class I use this as was Tusk, the Tactical Urban Sustainment course out at the Direct Action Resource Center. So guys are getting used to having to maintain their weapons for multiple days at a time, right? And they're getting in dirt and grime. They're in, what we would consider much more realistic environments for using a firearm. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this, and why I'm glad it took so much time for me to get around to making this video, because I'm also going to show you my chest rig. One of my chest rigs that in its current exact configuration was from the last time I took Tusk. I didn't take it a second time with a group of friends to enjoy that experience with them. But this chest rig is set up exactly how I took Tusk, and I'm going to show you the compact sectional rod actually inside of little toolkit that I used to clean the gun. So we're gonna get into that real quick. So here's my chest rig, and you guys are gonna find a lot of overlap with the way this chest rig is set up and the way Jimmy Rodriguez set up his 34 Alpha, which is the same model of chest rig, over on his video. So if you want maybe some other ideas, his is much more set up for long distance shooting, or I guess what would be probably long distance to me. It's probably not very long distance for him, but like scoped carbine, you know, Bruiser Industries courses type of application. That's what his is set up for. So if that interests you more, go check out his video. You should just go check out his video anyway. But anyway, we'll get into this on the back here. So this is, you know, this is a Spiritus 34 Alpha chest rig. I do have a Spiritus Mutant pouch right here, and then it has Molly on the back side. So in here is where I keep all of my batteries. So in here is where we're going to see the compact sectional rod toolkit. The reason I did a pouch is I wanted to get this as small as possible, right? This isn't really designed for, you know, years and years of firearms maintenance. I have tools here at home for that. This is really just designed for 100% in the field use. Again, I use this at Tusk. I cleaned my rifle once at Tusk. So in here, I do have the compact sectional rods, and then I have CLP, just a tiny little bottle of CLP. This is not amazing at cleaning or lubricating, but it's okay at both. So that's why it's in here. In here, I do keep a brush. So just a little plastic bristle brush with a little bit of electrical tape on it so I could do some repairs if I had to. I do keep some gloves in here. I got this idea from seeing Josh Lowry's video. I think it was a short they did on the Dirty Civilian Instagram. The big benefit here is, you know, I can maintain a lot of my hygiene and sanitation if I throw some gloves on when I clean my rifle. Some Q-tips in here for getting into the star chamber, and then in these baggies I keep just some real basic spare AR parts. So in here I have some springs for a trigger, some pins, and you know, trigger pins, and a firing pin in this other baggie. And this is just, it's oiled, so I'm not going to take it out, but it is a bolt. So AR-15 bolt with the gas rings on it. So nothing fancy, but if I did break a bolt, or if my trigger was having light strikes, or, you know, I lost the pin, I would be able to replace that part. And then I also have the cam pin as well. I believe this is our SOTOR cam pin. So if we keep going in here, I do keep my radio pouch right here. This is just a Hytera DMR radio. This isn't a radio video, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Bug net. Depending on when this video goes live, this is either just released or unreleased. This is a kit from Cana Provisions, but it has my water data cards, it has some note cards, it has my range R card, which I believe is included with their kit. Jimmy showed the V1 version of this, but this is cool because it's an analog way to estimate ranges. So if you're doing range estimations, you know, shooting out to you know, intermediate distances, this is great. In the pouch, I have one of their personal water decon kits, one of their lighters as well. So I just keep a Nalgene pouch right on the front. I drink an obsessive amount of water when I'm out and about, so I have to have it on the quick draw. And then actually inside the 34 Alpha is where I keep my fast reloads. So these don't have any type of bungee retention on them. They are faced in a way to where I can come down, pull them out, and I'm already ready to feed it into the gun. And then I just keep my pens here. And then moving over to this side, this is the Spiritus GP Medium. We sell the GP Small on the Forward Controls website because it works really well as a toolkit. And so if you want to kind of put together a miniature version of a lot like this with the compact sectional rods and maybe some other stuff, you wouldn't have the radio pouch, but the GP Small is a great option. And if you can imagine, this is the medium, it's just a hair smaller than this. So what do I keep in here? I keep my night vision on me. And instead of using a padded insert, I use this old Audi Gear wind shirt. So this is the V1 wind shirt. I think they're on the V3 now. This is my night vision. You guys have seen dual articulating night vision before. And then I also keep a beanie. This one is an Arc'teryx one. because, you know, this is a rig I don't wear very often. Spirit actually sells a much better one that's actually merino wool. Behind that, I just keep my trauma shears, kind of quick access for dealing with stuff like, you know, 550 cord. It's not just for first aid, getting into somebody's clothes. And then in here, I keep a microfiber cloth for cleaning off my nods. I keep a tiny little bit of drops for anti-fog. Then I also keep a cut down VS17 panel in here. So just for signaling, if I need to, it's right in here, is just my IFAK. And I keep a couple other things in here. I keep a notepad for class notes. And then in here, I did open this to throw just a couple more meds in here, but this is a over-the-counter medical solutions pouch. Canis sells this, and then I do believe Spiritus sells these as well. This was made in conjunction with Austere Medicine Consultants, and it's it's just a list of over-the-counter medications that go really well together for this type of use case. So that's why I have this in here. But beyond that, it's just a standard IFAK. This is the only pouch I've ever found that's a good IFAK that's 2 MOLLE wide, and this is the Blue Force Gear Trauma Kit. They changed their naming convention, so I'm not sure which model it is, but it's the 2 MOLLE vertical one. On the inside, I have a Leatherman Mutt. So this one is really designed around maintaining the AR-15, and it works really well in conjunction with the compact sectional rods, especially because it does have a hammer head on it. So if I had a really like nasty stuck casing in there, I could just tamp on the rear of the compact sectional rods with the hilt of this. And then it has some tools here. It has a saw, has just a standard serrated knife. It does have a little punch tool here. You'd use this for like trigger pins. And then it does have a threaded section. This is a good time to note that this threaded section is designed for the USGI rods, and the USGI rods and the compact sectional rods are not cross compatible. So I want to make sure I notate that, so the CSR wouldn't fit in here. And then of course it's not going to work with any of the other USGI rods either. So on the inside, I have 2 more magazines. These are, PMags 30 rounders, and these I actually do keep retained because I want them to be a little bit more secure. And then I use the S&S Precision pull tabs and just some of the shock cord that Spiritus does include with their products. So that's an overview of my chest rig and how I use it and how the compact sectional rods fit into the fold of this type of use case and why you might want to consider it. There's probably some other reasons that you guys could think of that you could use these. If you think of any other things, go ahead and leave a comment. What are you using the compact sectional rods for if you're using them differently than me? And if you guys have any questions, leave a comment or email or call in. You'll talk to Roger or one of the other guys at the shop. But thank you guys so much. Have a good day. I forgot to mention one thing. So I talked about this being a radio pouch. That requires you to have friends. So some people don't have friends to talk to. So if you don't have friends, you don't need a radio. And you're going to be up all night pulling security. So this does fit the Ghost Energy.